welcome back to Perth WAtch. Today's review is a follow-on from a recent review of a Boldr. Yes, I have another piece courtesy of Boldr Watch Company. The previous one I recently reviewed was the Boldr Expedition Rushmore. This one is a somewhat related model because it is a field style watch, but it is actually a recent release. So what we have here today is a watch that's presented. Again, I like their packaging. They kind of present this one in this nice little pouch here, kind of a travel pouch that you can take along with you. It means that I have something that is practical that I can use, in travel if I so wish. And I quite like that variation and the practicality of it. So guys, let's flip the camera around and take a closer look at this guy. Okay, so here we are looking at the packaging in more detail. So this is, obviously a fabric of some sort with faux leather and that cord there. So, again, I like it how it's practical. And let's have a look at the balance. Yep, it still allows me to spin it, and that's of course very important to me. I like spinning my packages. So let's just open that up and show you what's in here. So the watch comes presented in this particular pocket here, and just a quick one about what it comes in, the Boldr stickers and social media guide, and semi-translucent warranty card, which I think is pretty cool actually. So I'm just going to put that aside and just quickly pause it there for you guys to look at this if you wish, but I don't tend to need to look at those manuals. Okay, so let's just put the packaging aside and show you the watch in more detail. So here we go. This is the Boldr Venture in jungle green. The MSRP listed on the website is $299 USD. Of course, now and then they do tend to go on sale. So if you keep an eye out for those sales, you probably can pick this up for slightly cheaper than that. The Boldr Venture, this is the jungle green variation, of course, but it does come in a number of other color variations, and you can take a look at the website for those other variations if you wish. This watch is touted to provide a versatile and light watch offering style, comfort, durability, and affordability. Previously it was quartz, and now they've upgraded it to an automatic movement, and I think they've made some adjustments to the case as well to make it even more suitable to a larger variety of straps, and it looks like they have actually achieved that. So let's get into the details here. So first up is the movement. So the movement in here, guys, is none other than the usual Seiko NH35. You've seen this movement in so many different watches. Not going to read out the specs, of course. It's going to list it down the left side of the screen here. The NH35, of course, usually does have a date. This one, they've actually chosen not to implement that. The rated accuracy, you can see detailed down the bottom left there. In this case, it has run slightly slow. It's minus 12 seconds per day in the week that I've had this. If I was going to keep this longer, I'd probably be tempted to open this up and regulate it better myself. Okay, moving on to the case then. The case here, as you might have seen in the details earlier, is in titanium. It's a 38mm wide case. The thickness, not counting the NATO strap, of course, up to the glass, bottom of the case back to the glass, is 12mm. The Boldr website does say 14, but I think they've kind of included the strap there. In reality, the case itself is 12mm. The lug width is a very classical 20mm, with a lug-to-lug distance which is actually relatively small at 44mm. Because this watch is presented on the NATO strap all up, it is actually very light at 61 grams. Okay, talking about the finishing here. So as I pan this around, you can see it is actually fully kind of matte sandblasted finish, and that's what they've chosen to go with titanium, which I don't mind. Titanium is actually harder to work with if you want to achieve a polish. They've gone for sandblasted titanium, and it does give it that kind of rugged look, which I don't mind. You can see the angles that they've worked into this particular watch there, and including those drilled lugs, which is a nice touch. If you're going to put in, rubber straps or whatever else, it makes it easier to kind of size the watch and change it out when you wish to. The case back, I'll just quickly show you here, has a pretty cool design there. It's kind of this X motif. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. Maybe cross training or cross country. But suffice to say, it's a screw down solid case back. with that Boldr crown. So let me just put this NATO back on here. So that Boldr classic crown with the dual layer of grips there, and the custom signing, they call that custom signing of the Boldr there. The water rating that they've achieved for this watch is a full 200 meter water resistant here. Moving on to the dial then. The dial here, of course, is in matte green, jungle green, they call this. Wholly printed details here. There's not a single applied element, but somehow it kind of gets away with it, at this price range and for the style it's going for, which is a very, very much a feel style watch. You can see the details on the dial, in a circle of 24-hour markings, numerals around the outside, and then printed chapter ring. The hands here are, kind of simple baton hands. Some people will call this radium style hands. Whatever you call it, it's pretty straightforward, and it's got a rectangle spot for the seconds hand for the loom, and it does have a loom in the expected spots, the 3 hands, as well as the numerals and the pips, the hour pips around the chapter ring. They call it Japan Super Loom. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Maybe it is actually LumiBright, but let me know if you know more details. And of course, I will put a loom shot for you guys to see how it looks like in dark here. Okay, so surrounding the dial is that bezel, which is a fixed bezel, right? You've already seen that, that's not rotating. And then on top of the dial, it is a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the inner side. Okay, so let's just talk about the strap now. That's the description of the case. The strap is, pretty straightforward. They don't describe it much more than saying that it is a jungle green nylon NATO strap with custom, titanium keepers and buckle with the Boldr sign there. So, I'm not going to say much more than that. It is actually a little bit on the stiff side, but I'm going to now try it on the wrist for a wrist shot for you guys. And there it is, the Boldr Venture in jungle green on my 17 centimeter wrist on the NATO that it comes in. Perfectly comfortable and serviceable, right? It's only 44 millimeter lug width, so it will fit almost any guy I know. Just about anybody I know. Even some women will find this suitable for them, I would think, size wise, because it's only 38 millimeters. I gotta say, this strap is not the best. It is actually a little bit stiff, so I actually prefer to swap it out, and right now I will take it off and swap it out to something that I have enjoyed and have been using over the last week that I've had this. So this one is in jungle green as well. This one is actually from Watch Straps Australia. I've mentioned this before on another review, but in case you missed it, this is actually a company which is based in Perth. The guy who owns it is Brad. So guys, if you are Australian, particularly if you're Western Australian, do take a look at Watch Straps Australia of their products. This is pretty good products. I would think pretty simple black PVD, which I think of course doesn't quite match this watch. If they made it in plain steel, I would be all over it, I think. So let's just try this on the wrist now. And there we go, the Boldr Venture jungle green on the jungle green camouflage NATO from Watch Straps Australia. This one actually is pretty supple, and honestly I do enjoy this strap more than the one that came with the watch originally. Okay guys, so that's the entire description of the watch, as well as showcasing its strap options. What have I enjoyed about this? Look, I think this is honestly an impressive little piece. It does offer a degree of value, which is pretty good, and I've really quite liked it. You're getting that Seiko NH35 movement, you're getting sapphire crystal, a quality finish, pretty well done, case in sandblasted titanium. Pretty good loom. It does not last through the night. Presumably it's LumiBright or something related to LumiBright. They call it Japan Super Loom. And of course, you're getting titanium, which costs more and is more difficult to work with than 316L stainless steel. I really like how it's simple, it's unpretentious, and it offers unambiguous legibility. And also, it's a bit of a strap monster. You can easily put this on rubber or leather as well, and it would go pretty well. I think it fulfills the stated purpose excellently. It's classic styling, it's lightweight comfort, and it's durable because it's titanium, right? More durable than stainless steel. Easier to scratch, but certainly got that durability factor. What are the weaknesses? I think there's not much to say. $299 USD or cheaper on sale. Not much to complain about. The only thing I will say is that the original strap it comes in is a little bit stiff. It's not the most comfortable. Presumably it'll improve with use and wearing, but you know, straight out of the box and in the first week, it's not the most comfortable strap that I've seen. Okay, so guys, that's my thoughts about the Boldr Venture. Let's just flip the camera around for the wrap up now. So guys, there you go, my review of the Boldr Venture in jungle green color here. I think quite a lot to like here, and you know, despite the fact that it's a small size, I've actually quite enjoyed this particular watch. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this particular piece. If you have any experience with Boldr watches, would of course love to hear your stories, your experiences. Guys, if you enjoy my videos, do consider subscribing. I put out new content every week, always aiming to be objective and unbiased about all things horology. Thank you again for sticking with me, and as always, I'll catch you guys next time.